Friends, hello, STK Studio here, and today we have another review on a tattoo machine from a domestic manufacturer. This is Mustang Tattoo Company, and the machine is called Vader, pen-styled rotary machine. This is a very interesting unit that was sent to us for review. One was sent to me and another was sent to Anvar. We worked with it and had a little taste of this new unit. Now let's try to tell you about our impressions. Tell you from the point of view of two people, me and Sergey. I work mainly with shadows and Sergey works preferably with contours and stripe and so on. We will tell you our impressions and how much we compare it to other machines. And we want to share to you our opinion on it. In front of us is a tattoo machine pen style. It is rather small dimensions. It is also really light. First of all, I personally compare this machine to Burlak Solo because I used to work with it. I'm used to working on the Maxon engines. Before that, I was working with induction type machines, slider type machines, I had blood machines, dragonfly, skin ductor, and so on. But I will compare this mostly to Burlak because I like the Burlak the most out of all those machines that I mentioned. On Burlak, and it was a very productive year. And even on contours, I preferred to work with it. And I get this new pen in my hands which I really wanted to try to use. First thing in this machine that immediately caught my eye, because again, I compare this one to Burlak. The thing is in its ergonomics. Ergonomics of this machine is very interesting. When you first take it in your hands, it fits perfectly. Everything is so cool and so convenient that you think, damn, it will be just a thrill to use it. Great ergonomics, well, ideal but not quite. All of its ergonomics are lost in the barrier protection. After you seal all the barrier protection, you wrap bandage on the holder which holds the barrier protection. And it is practically impossible to put the barrier protection inside of this mechanism. It is impossible because there are rubber O-rings that sit very tightly and the barrier protection will immediately tear apart. The first time I tried to barrier it inside, I tore the O-ring and I never tried it again. So you just simply put the plastic barrier protection onto the middle of the machine and just wrap around the bandage. I use bandage every time because I don't realize how to work without it. Simply just to have a better grip, because hands are always in Vaseline and very slippery. So after you barrier the machine and start working, all these great ergonomics fade into the background. And just by feeling, I like it a little less than Burlak. So this is just about the ergonomics. To the weight, I don't have any questions, everything is alright. Adjustment of the needle stroke is perfect compared to the classic Burlak, which you just turn to adjust and you don't have any fixing point. Here we have clear fixing points, here you can hear clicks up and down. Great motion. Let's hear what Anvar has to say about it. I will also be comparing it to Burlak. I work with both of Burlak versions. As to ergonomics, I also really liked it, and to be honest, I couldn't choose between the machines. In hand, it feels great, it has perfect center of gravity. I don't know really why Sergey is saying that you lose ergonomics after you barrier it. I don't agree here, I really feel the machine even through the bandage. It has a better grip than Burlak. Another thing about the RCA, I really like that they have protected it with the body of the machine, because if you drop the machine, you won't break the cable and the connector. I really didn't think about it, I just used it and I didn't even mention it. Now I can say it is really convenient. Because of that, machine seems a little longer, but every pen has RCA on the back and you don't even notice it. And the guys from Mustang Tattoo went a little farther and came up with this great idea to protect the RCA connector. Even if you drop the machine without the cable, the RCA will suffer, and it's a great thing. Second thing, which is really important to me, is, well, I will not only compare this machine to Burlak, I will compare it to Cheyenne Thunder, because we worked before Burlak with it for almost 2 years. And in Vader we have two great things combined from other pens. It is pen style just like burlap, which is great, and we have a familiar clicks of the needle stroke fixation from Thunder. But in Thunder, the ratchet system died really fast because of the different mechanism. These steel balls die really fast. We do dry burning on everything. We sterilize every part of the machine even though that the manufacturer doesn't advise to. So if we use any equipment on the people, we sterilize everything. We consider that heat treatment has to be done on all parts. I don't trust chemical or cold sterilizing, which guarantees 100% quality of sterilizing. So you agree here that we have a holder ratchet system from the Thunder and a pen style from burlap. We compare this machine to burlap and Cheyenne often because it really is a great combination of these two machines, which is made by a domestic manufacturer. As to me, I really like the ratchet mechanism. It is really simple, there is nothing to break, and even though you have a spare plastic ratchet inside the box. This ring, which is responsible for fixation of the needle stroke. Even if you rub off, which I don't think is gonna happen, have a spare one. I don't think it will be a problem to order a spare one from them. Inside everything is simple. If you can see on the metal part we have notches which click on the plastic ratchet and everything works just great. A second interesting thing which we have is a plastic bar which pushes the needle. Inside the box we have two different bars, hard and soft. They are plastic. The simpler the mechanism is, the harder it to break. You get used to working with the machine and you don't have to tune it anyways. And here we have two bars, hard and soft. I thought that hard will be for hard contours, hard coloring works, and the soft will be for shading. At first, when I unpacked the machine, I tried these bars by hands to see the difference, and I didn't feel any difference. The first work with this machine I took 11RL cartridge, put in a hard bar inside, and I was really confused about the needle stroke. I couldn't get used to it because I didn't understand, I didn't have enough stroke, and the machine worked really fast, way too fast for me. I couldn't understand why. For some reason, I neglected the soft bar. In some time after, I had a work where I had to do some shading and contouring, so I tried to work with the soft bar. I thought that I won't see the difference, but when I started to work, I felt a huge difference between them. And what's interesting, now I only work with the soft bar. I really forgot about the hard bar and never used it again. This bar simply satisfies all my needs while I do any type of tattoo techniques, on any type of needle and on any type or place of skin. That it can be 18RL on soft skin part and it will do great contours. I don't really understand why this happens, but for myself I chose soft bar for all my needs. Fast contouring or massive coloring, only soft bar. Well, Anvar, tell your opinion on it. Well, I really have a different opinion on it. We told you about the ergonomics, but really important part is how the machine works. So when I took the machine and started to work with it, I mostly do shading works and took the soft bar as by advice of my friend and colleague. He said to install the soft bar and it will be great. And I tried, and I didn't like it at all. I was really pissed off, took another machine, but for the next tattoo I tried to put the hard bar, and that was it. I feel like I was working with this machine for years. I worked with different machines like Burlak, Thunder, and so on. There we didn't have any options to adjust your machine, only a straight hit of the machine to the needle. So I simply followed my adjustment to the machine. It is really cool to have an opportunity to do some adjustments. Just like here are two people with two different techniques, two different expectations of the machine. And here we have one machine which can satisfy different consumers out of the box. Another interesting moment here that we have a Maxon Motor. The not serial one, but the one made by the license of Maxon and assembled by Mustang Tattoo. They did that so they can put everything in this form factor to have this ergonomics and to have powerful motor inside, which is more powerful than any Maxon engine that I tried. Really powerful motor. Maybe because of that I couldn't get used to the soft bar. For me it was too hard and too powerful. Vader has 6 watts of power. You can really feel it. 9 volts is the maximum for this machine. 9 is even too much for any purpose. With 9 volts I work rarely, only on hard places or with huge needle configurations. Another moment I wanted to tell you about. The color of the machine was really black, and it got into looking like this vintage brown in only a month. It was a really cool looking black, although you didn't see what happened to the Borlaug grip after a month. It was awful. The color changes by the sterilizing and heat treatment. We do 180 degrees Celsius in 60 minutes. We cannot really say what will happen if you do autoclaving. We only do heat treatment, but really it doesn't matter how the machine looks, it is always in the barrier protection. How do you assemble the machine? You just take the bar, put it in your machine and simply screw on the grip. It is simple as that. Nothing more to get it into working condition. Just put on the barrier protection and start working. In summary, all I have to say about this machine, if compared to Borlaug or Cheyenne, soft gradient, shadows, contours are perfect on this machine. What I couldn't get from Borlaug is a delicate moment on the small needle configurations. Soft bar gave me delicate moment, and that is really important. I can't say that the other machines are bad, no. I really enjoy Borlaug when I work with it. It doesn't have the delicate attention to the small and hard parts of tattoos, which I can compensate with this machine. As to reliability of the machine, I work with it every day in enhanced mode. 2 to 3 hours straight. It does not heat up, you don't need to service or lubricate it. It works every day many hours. It is buzzing and just working. I was really pleased with the machine. I really like that it is domestic manufacture, that I don't need to order parts from somewhere. I don't need to wait for the parts to deliver. As I was happy to have Borlaug, I was happy to have Vader from Mustang Tattoo. I really don't think about other pen machines, because I have everything in this one. I heard that a new Cheyenne is out, but maybe in the future there will be a machine with a spare battery or something extra light. I might consider it trying, because at this point I really don't see the need in it. As they say, why pay more if you don't see the difference? As for my opinion, I would agree with everything. I found in this machine everything that I need. I was really surprised with the adaptability of the machine, which allowed 2 different tattoo artists with 2 different techniques work with one machine. And for a reasonable price. I can do 1 tattoo and fully cover the expense of the machine. The price of the machine is $475. If compared to other manufacturers, it makes no sense to compare, because all of them are much more expensive. I can say that I will put this machine in my park of machines, because I really liked it. I want to note the really powerful motor, and at the same time the delicate moment on the soft bar. I was really skeptical at first. We are really skeptical about any innovations that occur in our studio, and we like to put it to the test. And with all the confidence, I can say that we recommend this machine, and Mustang Tattoo is a great manufacturer of tattoo equipment. In 99.9% you will be happy with this purchase, and if you will be in those 0.1%, I think it will be because of the different bar, and you will have a chance to try the machine from the whole new perspective. There are more and more new high-quality products. I haven't seen really bad products lately. I think more and more tattoo artists will switch to pen-type machines, because pens can satisfy all your needs. Well, thank you for your time. Please subscribe and hit the like button, and we will do more great reviews on other tattoo equipment.